Okay, today I want to teach you all how to make a cheese ball. Alright, I'm going to show you the ingredients and tools first. First, you'll need your tools, which is a mixing bowl, a cutting board, and a knife. Your ingredients will be onions, a pack of beef, shredded cheese, 2 packs of cream cheese, garlic powder, and to measure the garlic powder you will need a tablespoon. And then after we're done, we will use the townhouse crackers and a plate. Say hello to my wonderful audience. There's my wife and my children to watch. Alright, let's get started. My wife will be the cameraman. Alright, first we need to rinse the onions. So first you want to rinse the onions just like you do any vegetable. Get all the dirt and stuff off. You can buy these onions at Kroger or any supermarket. I always cut the ends off first because normally they're the bad part of the onions, and I will just take those and I will throw those in the trash can. Now each person is different on how much onions they want in their cheese ball. So I normally just cut off about a ½ inch per slice until I feel that I have enough. Normally about 3 cuts and you have plenty of onion right there. And you can tell that it is quite a bit of onion. And you can cut these smaller if you like. It just depends on what you like in your cheese ball. Next will be the beef. The beef can be found also at Kroger next to the processed meat like hot dogs and everything like that. And beef, we're basically going to do the same process, except we're going to cut it more cubed. So we'll cut it long ways first. I normally keep it all together because you can cut it a little easier and you can get it done a little faster. And I normally just do 1 packet. Now some people do 2 packets, depending on what you like, how much beef you like in your cheese ball. Everybody is different, but I think 1 packet is plenty, and sometimes I won't even use a whole packet. And you can actually use corned beef or just regular beef too. It all depends on what you prefer. But I'll actually cut it into squares. You sit there and you toss it around a little bit to fluff it up and break it apart. Just like that. And you can throw your garbage away. Next, use your cream cheese. Any brand will work. I normally buy Kroger brand. I like Kroger brand a lot. You do not have to use Kroger brand. It is all up to you. You can use Philadelphia or whatever you like. And you use 2 packets of cream cheese. You take that and you just toss that directly into the mixing bowl. Your hands will get dirty, so make sure you wash your hands before you do any of this. Nobody likes to eat food from dirty hands. Right now, it's just basically getting all this inside the mixing bowl. It likes to stick to the paper. Then next you add everything together. So you take your onions and you'll toss them in a mixing bowl as well. You'll take your beef. You toss that in a mixing bowl. Like I said, you don't have to use all of it. You can use however much you feel is plenty of beef. Everybody is different. And now we will measure out our garlic powder. And depending on how much garlic flavor you want in your cheese ball, depending on how much you put in your cheese ball, I should say, like to put about a tablespoon of garlic powder in there. So I'll measure that out and I'll dump that in there. Now we mix together. You just use your hands and you sit there and you just constantly mix. The cheese balls are very good. They're a great appetizer for sporting events, parties, just about anything. Sometimes I'll make them just because I'm in the mood for a cheese ball. I really enjoy cheese ball. Cream cheese is delicious. You want to make sure you mix all that onion and that beef inside that cream cheese. And you want to make sure you mix that garlic powder in there as well. You want to make sure you get all that mixed together good. You just constantly sit there and just keep mixing. And like I said, if you feel that there's not enough beef or onion in your cheese ball, you can always add to it. All you do is slice up some more onion or some more beef, and you can add it directly into it. It does not affect the taste of it, adding it in to it at all later on. And then you make it into a ball shape, like that. And that's pretty much your cheese ball right there. And you take it, place it right there on your plate, wash your hands. Your hands will get really nasty. I have a little automatic soap dispenser. Your hands nice and clean. Dry them off. And now we will place our cheese on the cheese ball. You can use any kind of cheese. I'm using mild cheddar shredded. You can use any kind of shredded cheese that you like. If you like spicier cheese, you can use pepper jack. And basically you're just going to pat the cheese on around it. Cover that cheese ball up in cheese. You can actually roll it around it to get it all the way on there. Whatever you got to do to get your cheese on your ball. You can put as much cheese on your cheese ball as needed. Pack it on there pretty good. You do not have to let your cream cheese or anything sit out of the fridge. You can actually take it directly from the fridge and make a cheese ball. There's no waiting time for making the cheese ball at all. It's all preference to you. I find it easier when the cream cheese is a little harder to make it, so when it's colder it normally works out a little better for you. And right there is your cheese ball. Now, sometimes people like their cheese ball to get firmer, and the way you do that is you just place it in the refrigerator, you cover it with either saran wrap, or some dishes have little covers you can put over top of them, and you let it cool for about an hour. It'll make it a lot harder, a lot stiffer for you, but you don't have to. It's not a necessity to do. Now, basically to make it pretty, I use Townhouse crackers. They're my favorite. And I will actually just dump these out on the plate directly, a whole pack, all the way around it. Depending on the size of your party, obviously, you might need a little bit more crackers, but I think me and my family will be the ones eating this today. And that's how you make the cheese ball. And the only thing you need now would be a butter knife to serve it. And that's it. Thank you for watching me make a cheese ball.